I think it's strange. All right, I'm going to call this meeting to order. Today is May 7th, 2025. Welcome to our business meeting. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Miller is absent. Mrs. Gibson?
Here.
Mr. Llewellyn?
Here.
Mr. Mundy?
Yes. Yes, here.
Mrs. Shockey?
Yes.
All right. We'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. So we have we only have a few people missing today, so I'll start with the introductions and we'll go down the line. Here we'll start with Jack Haig, our business manager. Good to see you. Julie Jones, our curriculum director. We have Ms. Becky Yearman, our director of student services. We have Devin Berry, our director of human resources. And then if we move right along, it's tradition. We let you guys introduce yourselves. Might as well keep the tradition up.
My name is Haley Schuster, and I'm a junior.
Perfect. Our other two student reps cannot make it. One's on a BPA trip down in Florida, so I guess she's excused, and then the other one could not make it. So, and then we have our wonderful board members as well. We have Lori Gibson, one of our board members. We have Dr. Andrea Townsend, our superintendent. We have, myself, I'm Nate Mundy, I'm also a board member. Board member John Llewellyn. And then we have board member Angie Shockley. And then last but not least, we have Ryan Sloan, our treasurer. All right, moving along here. We do have an addendum for our agenda here, so it is recommended for our agenda to be adopted as presented with an addendum.
So we need to add to item number 10C, add to item number 10F, add to item number 11B, add to item number 11D, and remove item number 13.
All right.
Motion.
Second.
All right.
Mrs. Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn?
Yes.
Mr. Mundy?
Yes.
Mrs. Shockey?
Yes.
All right. We have no comments relating to the agenda, and Janine's not here, so I think we'll be all right to move on from the communication update as well. So let's move right on to presentations. Do you want to go first?
I can.
Okay. Yeah. All right. This is for the Mural Club update. Mr. G.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
So I'm here to give an update on the Mural Club. It's been a busy couple weeks. We just finished with our Art Fest. Most of the slideshow is going to begin with where we started off when I presented in the fall to you. So a little bit of update on that. So starting with our mission, we create student-driven collaborative art that showcases our collective talent, reinforces our values, and uplifts ourselves, and enhances our community. Everything we do in the Mural Club is community art. I remind all the kids who come in, anybody can join. They're very surprised. Can I join Mural Club? Yes. What do I have to do? Nothing, actually. You just have to show up and start participating. I actually had a long email last night with a mom just wanted to know what it is that her daughter's doing in Mural Club and what is this group about, and just kind of discussing that. It's like there's a lot of kids in it. It's an open space. There's no grade requirement. There is no academic requirement. There are no assignments, and there are no deadlines. So it's just a place to come and create. And 90% of the kids that come and join Mural Club do that. They participate at a high level. So it's great. I had a great day today. I can't wait to share with what you got. I totally haven't even went through this yet. So this is kind of an update. So when I presented to you last in the 5th year Mural Club, we've done about 1,500 square feet of student-created mural works. Then you go ahead and hit that again. And we have over 360 West Carrollton students went through that, and then go ahead and hit that 2 more times there, because that number is now, keep going, yep, we're over 2,000 square feet of murals that we have done in Mural Club, and we've had over 450 students go through the program. So I'm very proud of that, and I think it's really paying off. If anybody went to the Art Fest here recently, it does really affect our affects our student morale. Everybody was very excited about that. Some of the things that the students self-report in there, they enjoy the social aspect. Obviously, they're teenagers, like to be around other teenagers in a free everything. They were encouraged to work, get along with others. They feel they're in a safe space, right? That they can kind of be who they want to be, and they're encouraged by peers. You can keep going there. They self-report like this feels like it is impacting their other academics creatively, and they have feelings of inclusive, emotional growth, and all those things. Keep going. They think that they self-report that they feel that this impacts their other learning as well, right? Having this, and oftentimes they come in and they're working on other projects. And I am the art store for the art department. It's like the art store for the entire school. So every time there's a science project to be put out or something, you know, they're coming and getting supplies from us. A lot of times they're doing other projects aside from the mural club. So this fall we did a lot of different things. So you can kind of keep going through those. We started doing the Lego mural, and that is the digital copy of that. That was the, if you kind of mind stamp there, that was the mock-up, right? So we start with that, and that is what we're trying to make on a big scale, right? So we go there, and there's some details of it. There was over 40 characters in this. This was for the Dayton Brick Shop in Centerville. They're a mom and pop store, so there's some pictures of us working on this all fall. It was a big project. It's one of our bigger mirrors. If you've ever stood next to the mural next to the gymnasium, it's the same size. It's about almost a 40-foot long mural. We also took the kids on some different field trips. This is at the NCCJ, the National Coalition for Community Justice Teen Summit at Wright State Student Center. We did that. Keep going. We have this kind of ongoing relationship with the Laurels Nursing Home, and we go do different activities. We're doing window painting, and we did kind of a trick-or-treat thing with them. We did a Halloween party and pumpkin decorating. The social justice projects we did have really kind of done really, really well. The kids are excited. They're always coming to me and asking if they can jump in there and do one of these. They are excited about the people they want to do, so that's really cool. We've had lots of other project bases. We do a lot of other things than just the big mural. So like we're recycling. Claire's there painting a discarded cello there. We use some of the scraps to make these things we call totem boards. So those are great. The holiday card drive we did with the Laurels. And I'm guessing the numbers, I couldn't quite remember, but it was like well over, I think there are about 85 residents at the Laurels, and then there's over 200 staff. So we did holiday cards, and the kids wrote cards to all of those people. We keep doing the luncheon programs. That is we have a grant this year from all my acronyms, the Montgomery County Prevention Council, and they have provided our funding this year. Keep going, and those are, their aspect is teen, alcohol, drug, and suicide prevention. So we kind of add this layer of added prevention, and we have these luncheons. So they got to come in and he listen to a speaker, and they have an activity, right? So then we we buy them some pizza, and they all come in and they share, and we do some bonding that way. So that's been really great. And we've actually, they're blown away with our program. We have more people in our program than anybody else in the program, and we're going through more trainings than anybody else that are doing that. So have I fulfilled our obligation? And like, oh yes, you exceeded it, like by Thanksgiving last year. So that's been great. But it's a really nice reinforcement to the kids. We did a lot of holiday. This is from the National Honor Society holiday show that we did in the spring here. I believe in February, went to Otherworld Columbus, if you've ever been there. It's a strip mall. It's not a strip mall, but in Columbus, it's the old Westland Mall. Which is, if you guys have been to malls lately, they're all derelict buildings and stuff. So this is a building, and a bunch of artists bought this one wing, and it is this huge art space. and it's amazing. If you get the chance, go there as an adult or a child. It's kind of just an open mouth experience of going and looking at these amazing art installations, and the kids were blown away during that, okay? So today we went, so these are actually some pictures from today. We went to the Dayton Brick Shop. We did a luncheon. They had a dedication for their mural that they put up in their space. So we went, and I'm going to keep going, and there's actually a video that Jamie just sent me. That was kind of the mood of the day right there. And there's the actual installation of the mural, and you can see Jamie down there. It is a large mural down there. This is in their community center where they do birthday parties and activities of all kinds down there. So it's really good. The kids were just like really amazed to kind of see the work. Now this is a video that I heard today. While you were working.
Meet the West Carrollton High School Hero Club. They worked hard all last semester to bring us this awesome mural. They had a field trip to the shop to see it on the wall for the first time in person. Each of them made their own individual minifigs to take home. Then they had lunch and just relaxed with all of their friends. And you can't come to a Lego store without some Lego build challenges. Who could build the tallest tower? We love having you guys at the shop, and we love our new mural. Thank you, West Carrollton Mural Club, for this amazing mural. Come check it out today at Dayton Brick Shop.
That is incredible.
Awesome. So moving on from there, and I kind of forgot. So that is like a good example of us reaching out in the community, right? So I literally was just there, and I was like, they've got this huge community room in the back, and I was like, hey, I know a guy can give you a free 40-foot mural. And he said, get out of here, crazy. But that's how that happened. And I go there quite often, so that's been a really great relationship. I don't have any slides in here, but we're currently doing a new mural for the West Carrollton wing of the Dayton Public Library. So the one, if you've been there and you've seen the Peter Pan mural up front, that'll be coming down. We're doing Jackie Beanstalks now, which, by the way, just a little side note, Jackie Beanstalk, there's no moral to that story of further investigation. I looked really hard for a mural that had, or a story, and I was looking for the moral of the story. There is none. Jack went and robbed the giant lion, and he killed him, and he lived happily ever after. So that's the story of Jackie.
That's right. That's
the
moral.
That is, that's right. Yeah, a knife in everybody's back makes a great ladder to the top. All right, so moving forward, Art Fest 25 was a really big success. Last year we did our first Art Fest, and this was just an idea of the art department to get out and expand what we did, kind of doing our own thing, kind of separate from we've always kind of been second fiddle to the spring play. So kind of doing our own thing and making some noise and some visual impact in our own way, right? So there are a whole bunch of pictures here. You can kind of click through these as they come through. We had costume contests, we had the mural painting, we had live mural painting, we had all kinds of art stations, activities. Everything was free. We made sure that, all the kids were like, how much does this cost to get in, how much for tickets, and everything, and it was really great. So we did a better job this year in our second year with the help of all the district principals and all Dr. Townsend and our PR department and everything, kind of getting the word out on this a lot better. And we did a good job of getting attendance in here. Some numbers there. We had estimated about 2,500 in attendance over the night. That's a really rough estimate. We didn't have any strong way to measure, but we guesstimated that. We had over 25 kind of vendors, and those were just like the outlets. I'm not talking about the action stations that we had as well, but just like the vendors that were there. We had a huge showing from the Dayton health community, mental health community, with the Women's Center Columbus, Help Me Grow, Charlie's Health, C4 Children, Youth Villages, and Family Services. All those came on their own version. They just kind of they had heard about it and wanted to come see what we're doing, and we're happy to participate. So that was great, and there was a whole slew of other ones that were really welcome. We had 3 food trucks, did very well financially. They've all committed to do it again this year. We still haven't got a check from Kona Ice came, and they donated 20% of their sales to what we did. We did our Pam Jacobs Creative Spark Award this year, where we took all the money we raised last year, which was $1,800, and we gave 100% of that way back in scholarships to kids. So we were trying to not just reward kids in visual arts, We wanted to talk about anybody in any kind of arts or performing arts. So we awarded Hayden Glasgow in graphic design going to Sinclair a $900 scholarship, and we awarded Paige Philbrin, who was going to Bowling Green in music therapy, a $900 scholarship. And both those students are fantastic and great representatives of West Carrollton. So this year we raised around $3,000 in funds for next year for the silent auction. That means $3,000 in scholarships we'll be giving away next year. So we're very excited about that. And then to kind of wrap up here, if we go ahead and click on, if you remember that picture there with my friends, that's Jamie and Nick right in the middle of that picture there at their Lego shop. They're not married, by the way. They're friends from high school. I think it was a pretty cool story. They were drama nerds, and that's how they came together. And they have been lifelong friends and started this business together. But go ahead and click on, there's a detail of them right there in the middle. And go ahead, they are the owners of the Dayton Brick Shop, and today they gifted us one more $1,000 towards a Pan-Objective scholarship there. So that was a really nice surprise that we did not see coming, but we were very appreciative of. So that is our presentation. We're going to continue to sell these all year long, so just the freelancer and me can't stop with the pitch there. So if you want to scan with your phones there, but we will be selling these kind of years. These were a really unexpected boost to our sales this year. All the prints we sold of the social justice pieces really did well. A lot of teachers bought these. We had a diversity, equity, and inclusion presentation by NCCJ that came to the school, and all of the kids' artwork was up in the library, and they commented strongly about how when you go into a space and you see what's important to the adults, it tells the kids what's important, right? So having these up was a big thing, so I wanted to have, not me personally, but have these available to everybody in the district so that they can share those same ideals. And I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all. And thank you to the board. And thank you.
Yeah, it was a great event, a very fun event. Now, this next presentation is super exciting. We have two wonderful people here, and Dave White is going to make the presentation for our valedictorian. Salutatorian. That's hard to say, yeah, it is. It takes a smart person to say it.
Before I talk about the girls, I want to connect some dots. As most of you know, I've had many stops. This isn't my first high school. So as you come into a building and you start to turn things around and you start to create focus and rules and procedures show up and everybody throws their fits and has their moments, but they get over it and we keep moving forward. So as a principal, I went to the Saturday night show of Mean Girls, which was phenomenal. The kids were great, they were funny. It just was a beautiful night to see the kids perform. Then next week, we go to Art Fest, and I'm sitting there, and John was right, about 2,500, because I stopped at 1,000 when I was sitting out there. But just the community involvement and the shine of our kids. And it was just amazing. And then you turn around Saturday night, and we have prom. And that was my 33rd prom. Had enough of prom. But I wasn't allowed to work the door. They put me in the main ballroom. And I've never seen an entire group, and this was 300 kids. They started dancing at 8:10. They did not stop dancing till the third last song at 11 o'clock. And at one point, about 10:45, I don't know what this dance song was, but the screaming of everyone hitting the floor and doing the same line dance and the same movement. This building has come so far because of our kids and because of our staff. It's people like you. It's all the teachers that have worked extremely hard with the kids. Even just today, I'd like to tell you I knew where everybody was going. I turn around, here comes a group going out the door this way. He took the group out, he got on the announcements. I'm like, who's using my microphone? And here goes another group. So I can't begin to tell you how much energy I have gotten from my staff, my students, my parents over the last 2 weeks. It's phenomenal what we've done. And I've just been sitting there watching. And I'm telling you, great things are coming. This is such a good sign that we're heading in the right direction. And these two girls tonight, and this was my segue in, we can paint, we can dance, we can sing, we can compete, but are we getting it done in the classroom? I would love to tell you that academics is last, but it's first in my world. So today, I got a chance to sit down with Ellie Williams. Ellie, I know you can stand up. Ellie is our valedictorian. So Ellie will be attending the University of Dayton. She plans to study or get her bachelor's degree in biology and plans to have a career in research. So sitting there, I said, Ellie, what's your cumulative GPA? This young lady at the moment has a 5.25, which I think she started college in what, 4th, 5th grade? That is amazing. And you can, if you want to sit down. I just want to acknowledge to your parents, phenomenal job. Your daughter's not just smart, but that's a lot of hard work and dedication to her studies. And like I always tell my kids when I'm having a dad moment with them in my office, you can never take someone's education from them. You take their money, take their house, their car, but you can never take their education. And so to sit there today and talk to Ellie for a minute, and you couldn't put two polar opposite personalities in a room. I mean, here I am, the loud one, and she's like, hi, can I leave? But I was just so impressed with you and how hard you worked to have that GPA. That's something special. And I'm telling you, as a parent of 5 kids, you guys have done an amazing job. So going back to Ellie, I asked her, I said, you could have gone to CTC. Why didn't you? And she said she loves her teachers. She loves the teachers at school. And that's just another sign that we're on the right path. She plays in the orchestra, and I think it's Monday night. Monday night, 7:30. Our orchestra's no joke. If you can make it Monday night, I'll be there. It's amazing. Ellie has a lot of college credits, like I said, and her highlight so far is her senior night for swim team. So that was her highlight for so far this year. You'll have more, but I'm very proud of you. So that's Ellie Williams, our valedictorian. Our salutatorian is Amara Snell. Amara, where you at? So Amara, believe it or not, is heading to Cleveland State, which I explained to her is about 15 to 20 minutes from where my wife lives. So I know Cleveland State very well, and she's going to have a good time. Plans on a bachelor's degree in theater. What she wants to do is be a stage manager and coordinate all of the logistics of a concert or a show, which isn't an easy thing to do. Her cumulative GPA, and keep in mind, I'm the one talking to these two. Their GPAs are huge. Amara had a 4.632 GPA. Once again, extremely smart. Mom, phenomenal job. Absolutely. She's a hard worker and very smart. Her music is her passion. She wanted to make sure I knew that. She sings in the choir. She also has a lot of college credit. And her highlight, and I really like this one, when our varsity cheerleaders cheered with the Pee Wee cheerleaders. That was a big night for everybody, and it was a really good time. So our salutatorian is Amara Snell.
I mean, that's incredible.
Great.
You guys are probably able to leave because it's going to get a lot more boring. But before you guys leave, would anyone want to mention anything before we let everyone?
You ladies have worked hard and done a great job. Congratulations. It's well deserved.
Usually you guys have to come up here and talk to us. So I don't know what's different about this year, but usually we get to hear from you maybe for a second. I don't want to put you on the spot. but that's how, the 7 years I've been sitting here, that's how it's been. Mr. White's being nice to you and actually kind of doing it for you.
And let him slide, huh?
But I'd love, if either one of you don't have to share if you don't want to, but if either one of you do want to share just a little bit about your experience and what he did share your plans as far as your majors and your schools, but we'd love to hear from either one of you if you want to share anything, but no pressure.
You got an audience too.
But I'm gonna ask, because, you know, this is one, we have a few favorite meetings, this is certainly one of them, getting to meet the two students who performed the best, GPA-wise at least, in the high school, and congratulations to both of you.
I think
Yeah.
Emily's where she was earlier.
They worked hard.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay. They worked very hard.
Well, I have to say, it is just so impressive.
Phenomenal job.
And I also have to say to the parents and grandparents and the family, that's what really matters, is the support that you guys give is incredible. So, I mean, it shows that it's not just the kid, it's the village that surrounds the kid. And I'm happy that we have amazing teachers and administrators, but also amazing parents, and to really support you guys. So it's incredible.
I think she doesn't want to talk publicly, but I'll say that shout out to the teachers, because I think the West Carrollton teachers are amazing. I teach at the University of Dayton, and I don't know, I see a lot of students coming in and whatnot, but I mean, the high-end teachers at West Carrollton are no joke. And I don't think any districts, even surrounding, can really compare to some of the level of education that's happening. So, and I know it has really inspired my kids to do their best.
I can fully agree with that, yeah.
So I have a question too. So you have 5 kids?
4.
4.
Yeah.
Youngest, oldest, middle,
Second, yes.
second
Wow.
oldest,
Second, yes, second oldest.
second oldest.
Ashley,
Okay.
Ashley graduated 2 years ago.
Okay. All right. I just wonder if you were the oldest, if you were setting the bar that high. Or what you were doing.
Her sister did.
Ah.
Wow, isn't that something? Well, thank you guys. Really means the world. It really does. If you guys want to leave, you can. You don't have to stay.
Congratulations.
Thank you guys.
Here, I'm gonna
Oh, picture?
I'm there.
Oh, yeah. Thank you guys.
Mr. White, do you want to be in the picture?
I'm sorry.
Dr. Townsend, when their certificates to get them?
Oh, yeah, David, there's
Yes, ma'am.
certificates right there with you.
There's what?
Their certificates at the podium for the girls.
All right.
When you knock it.
All right, we'll move along as Mr. White leaves with the certificates. Item number 9 deals with the minutes. Ready for that?
Ask that the board approve the minutes of the regular meeting held on April 16, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
All right.
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shopton,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson.
Yes.
All right, item number 10 has a lot of personnel items with some of the addendums attached to it. Devin?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Superintendent recommends that the board approve the following personnel items, 10A through 10I, with 10C and 10F on the addendum.
All right.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? I see a few retirements.
It's that time of year, of course, and as we discussed in the last meeting, with the STRS change, it was 32 years now instead of 33, and the year prior, 34. This is the largest amount of retirements that we've had in my team. We are at an official 12, with maybe one more to turn in their 11. So it will probably be 13. And for us, that's a lot of retirements. So we have some right sizing to do. It's an opportunity to do that as well as fill the normal positions. But it's a very busy year, unlike any we've had in recent years.
Well, and I'm sure that creates its own unique set of challenges.
It does.
All right. We're good for a vote?
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn.
Yes.
All right. Item number 11 deals with more personnel items, and this also has a few addendums to it. Devin?
The superintendent recommends that the board approve the following personnel items, 11A through 11D, with 11B and 11D, in addition to 11D on the addendum.
So moved.
Second.
All right. Anything to add to that? I see one of them, it's alumni's father. I don't know if he is an alumni, but it's nice to see family of alumni too. That's on the agenda.
I would agree. On the last one, I did miss many of the retirees, but we will see them come on another meeting when we acknowledge them. So I'll save my comments for that time. But for this one, no.
All right. We'll move on to the vote then.
Mrs. Shockley,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mr. Mundy.
Yes. All right. Item number 12 deals with some administrative personnel.
Yes. I'd like to recommend that the board approve the placement and/or assignment of the following administrative personnel in the following positions and at the following steps effective August 1st, 2025.
Okay. Motion second, please.
So moved.
Second.
I'm sure you have something to add, right?
I do. So the last board meeting, we went ahead and assigned people, but I've still been making changes based on student numbers. But more importantly, I'd like to acknowledge the promotion of Mrs. Longworth, who will be your new ECC principal. And I'm very proud of her. So she's gone up the ranks with us as a teacher on special assignment and then as an assistant principal and now principal. So we're happy to have you.
I guess we'll clap after the vote. No, that's not supposed to be a bad thing. That's not supposed to be a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. It's an exciting thing. All right. All right, well, with that, we'll go to the vote.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley.
Yes.
I'll clap now. Come on. Everyone else, come on, this me? Okay. Item 13 was removed through the addendum, so we're going to be moving on to item number 14, which deals with our Warren County Educational Service Center. Becky?
Yes.
Okay. The superintendent recommends that the board approve the 2025-2026 service agreement with Warren County Educational Service Center as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Anything you'd like to add? This is
For the upcoming school year. We have, particularly in our older grades, students who need more supports that we can provide through our continuum of services here in West Carrollton. Attend the Warren County Educational Service Center. They have different programming, social communication, which is for students with autism, students with emotional disturbances at the Wellness Center. So they have been taking more of our students as Montgomery County has filled up. So it's great services for our kids.
Sure. All right, well, with that, we'll move to the
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mr. Mundy,
yes.
Mrs. Shockley,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
All right, item number 15 deals with I Am Boundless. Becky?
Sure. The superintendent recommends that the board approve the 2025-2026 service agreement with I Am Boundless, Inc., as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, this is also a pretty typical one, if I'm correct.
Yes, this is a new partnership that we have. It is for just one student. It's the supports that he needs.
Easy enough. All right, we'll move to the vote.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shaw?
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn?
Yes.
All right. Item number 16 deals with Samaritan Behavioral Health. Move right back to you, Becky.
The superintendent recommends that the board enter into the contract between the West Carrollton City School District and Samaritan Behavioral Health for mental health services as presented effective July 1st through June 30th, 2028.
Okay. Motion is second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Same, we have expanded our school-based mental health therapy, so we have a therapist in every building, with the exception of the ECC this past school year, where we've actually found that that is a need, not for all students, so we're gonna add a part-time, so a 0.5 to the ECC, but every building will have a school-based mental health therapist, which is really convenient for families of students who need some mental health therapy throughout the day.
I have a question about that. Is that common to see in school districts now, or are we kind of spearheading something like this?
I would say in more urban districts, it's very common. And so it's the more suburban districts, it's less common, but I think with the need that we have, it's really convenient for families to be able just to schedule and have therapy, school-based therapy. It also helps students who, if they are having crises at school, they can just go to their therapist and have that relationship there, that adult that they can trust and, yeah, so.
Anyone else have anything? Okay, we'll move right on for a vote then.
Mrs. Shockley?
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn?
Yes.
Mr. Mundy?
Yes. All right, this one deals with MVECA. I'll leave this to you, Jack.
Yeah, thank you. The superintendent recommends that the board enter into a 3-year agreement beginning July 1st, 2025 and continuing through June 30th, 2028 with the Miami Valley Educational Computer Association, MVECA, commencing July of 2025, continuing through June 30th, wow, that's twice, to provide local long-distance calling services and voice over internet phones, including equipment, licensing, installation, and cabling to all West Carrollton School District buildings as presented. WCSD agrees to pay a one-time fee of $160 and a yearly service fee of $56,485.
All right. Motion second?
So moved.
Second.
All right. This is a new partnership, isn't it?
No, we had
It's
MVECA
not?
before. They've been our internet provider, and they also
Okay.
they provided support for our physical phones and our phone connections for our voicemail, stuff like that. Their previous contract, we paid them $60,000 a year. We're down to 56, plus they're also picking up our local long distance service, which we paid an additional $1,800 a month to AT&T previously. So we eliminated that payment along with reduced the amount we were paying them before. So we've kind of brought some savings into the picture on this. But Roger Spurgeon and I worked with MVECA to try to negotiate these deals and try to save a little money on this.
So you're saying we fired AT&T, is that what you're saying?
We did. AT&T was not, I thought going with a local long distance provider the size of AT&T would make life very simple.
Right.
It does not. It makes life very complicated.
Didn't we have some issues when this building was open with the lines, that they couldn't really help us?
We had
couldn't be reached for
problems with our elevators because of AT&T, because of having a phone line going to the elevators for emergency call service. And so we had some issues there, but we found workarounds now. The big problem we had is we had to find a workaround for our fax machines and for our emergency services with the elevator communications, but MVECA can provide those services for us at a reduced cost, so we're going that route. A lot easier to get service, a lot easier to get a hold of somebody to help you, and somebody who's, I don't know, within 1,000 miles of our office, so that's kind of nice.
So with AT&T dropping and the $400 reduction from the previous contract, it's a $2,200 net gain to us per month, right?
Well,
More service.
well,
Equal service.
yeah, about that.
Yeah.
That's pretty close. So,
Let's vote on this.
All right, well, if there's no other discussion, then we will. All right?
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Lawler,
Yes.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley.
Yes.
All right. Item number 18 deals with a little bit of the building project.
Yep.
Jack?
Yep, the superintendent recommends that the board approve as presented the GMP amendment numbers 3.1, 4.1, and 5.1 to the CMR agreement with Shook Construction Company for the OFCC building project and authorizing execution of the amendments. These amendments are for the demolition and abatement of the West Carrollton Middle School, High School, and Schnell Elementary.
So moved.
Second. All right. Anything you,
No, Schnell, it will begin abatement and demo here in under a month, or just about a month. And the West Carrollton High School, Middle School, even though we're signing this agreement now, we're still well over a year to 14 months away from that.
right. And then what's gonna happen with Russell then?
OFCC has determined that we need to bid Russell and Nicholas out separately. So those have been pulled out of this project and they're going out to bid separately on that to see if they can get a better deal on it. So we will see how that goes.
All right. How that works. All right, well, other than that, we'll go to the vote.
Mr. Lawler,
Yes.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson.
Yes.
All right. Item number 19 deals with Calamity Day.
Need a motion and a second by the board that we approve our online Calamity Day alternative makeup plan. This is a yearly thing, so.
So moved.
Second.
Anything you'd like to add to that?
Nope.
Okay, easy enough. We'll move to a vote.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mr. Shockley,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Lawler,
Yes.
Okay. Item number 20 deals with special education policies and procedures.
Thank you. I need a motion and a second that the West Carrollton School Board of Education adopt the resolution as presented to rescind prior board action and adopt special education model policies and procedures version 1.0 2025.
So moved.
Second.
So we adopted this policy in early January, and we received notice from the state that they had to make changes. Our policy actually says we are gonna follow the state model policy. However, Neola thought it would be in our best interest to rescind our adoption and re-adopt it.
Easy enough.
Yep.
All right. Well, if there's no other questions, we'll move to a vote.
Mrs. Shockley,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Lawler,
Yes.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes. And then item number 21 deals with our memorandum of understanding between the WCEA and the board here.
I'm requesting a motion and a second that the West Carrollton Board of Education approve as presented the memorandum of understanding between the West Carrollton Education Association and the Board of Education of the West Carrollton School District regarding retirement incentives.
So moved.
Second.
Anything you'd like to add to that?
It alludes to what we addressed prior. We are striving to make sure that our MOUs, what's in the contract reflects what STRS's changes are. So they have to be in alignment. So we change them. This is now, I believe, the third time we've changed it in 2.5 years maybe. To address the changes from 34 to 33.
To 32. Just keeps going lower and lower, huh? You have to be a teacher. All right.
Oh, sorry. And the other part of that is because they changed it later, this time in the MOU, in the year, it came less than a month ago, the incentive is in our contract for February 1st. Therefore, the people who would retire with 32 years missed the deadline, but it wasn't their fault. So we have to make an MOU to address that, so that the people can receive the incentive and retired with 32.
All right.
Sorry, confusing.
No, yeah, no, yeah. You're good.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mr. Shockley.
Yes.
All right. We'll move right along to the comments and reports. You want to start with the student rep report? Okay. Your report?
There's a lot happening right now. We just had prom, and it went pretty well. I actually think it was probably the best prom I've ever attended. I've only ever attended 2 though. So, but it was good. Everyone was really well behaved, and the students really enjoyed it. The mandalay was really nice. A lot of space, and it was not nearly as hot as it usually is for homecoming and last year's prom.
Which is why you can dance for 3 hours.
Yes.
You're more comfortable, right?
But my feet hurt really bad the days after. And then student council elections also just happened. They occurred today. So unfortunately I did not win, but that's okay. I'm still excited to work as a student board liaison with the student council. And then student body will be President Alana Ramby, Vice President is Deja Glover, Secretary Treasurer is McKenna McCune, and then so Maddie's younger sister.
Yeah, Maddie's your sister.
And then the senator is Hayden Byers. Yeah, and we have a lot of good other kids from each class. And then Karen Closet is kind of like, it's going good, but we've not been doing a whole lot because Kristen's like getting ready to graduate, so so I'm hoping to be able to communicate with her and take over whatever and be able to continue that next year. West Carlton High School musical also happened. It was great. All 3 nights were really good. They went really well. It was a lot of fun. ERA awards also have happened. I don't know what it stands for, but it awards the kids that have, I think, 3.0 GPA or higher. Yeah. I was not able to attend the award ceremony, but I know a lot of kids get those awards. Also, spring sports are happening. I'm not sure when all the other senior nights are, but tomorrow is baseball boys at home at 5, I believe. And a lot of games have been getting canceled because of rain. And then I think that's all I got.
I have a question for you. The student rep applications are
Yes.
technically due Friday the 9th. Do you know of any feedback you've gotten about applications so far?
I've not had anyone say anything specifically to me about it. I had a couple people say that they were going to apply, and I told the student council about it. So, and actually that reminds me, I'm going to make an announcement about it. Miss Earl's out for BPA, so I'll probably just say on morning announcements. But
The other thing I would share, and you can share this too, Mr. Christick emailed me Friday to let me know that they hadn't received the application at the middle school,
oh, okay.
or the 7-8 building. And so he got it from me, but I'm extending their time frame through the 14th just to give them a few extra days for any of the 8th graders going into 9th grade who want to apply. So I'll probably extend to the high school too, but that's basically through midweek. And it may push us to do the interviews a little bit later than we had planned to do them, but
Okay.
I don't want to give students an opportunity to apply. And he did reach out, and I think that's enough time, but it'll kind of be extended to about the 14th for any students who are interested. If you want to share that a little extra about midweek next week, that's a week from today, I guess, is the 14th.
I'll probably talk to a couple candidates also that didn't end up winning for each of their classes and see if they would be interested as well.
Very good. Thank you.
Are you excited to kind of take a little bit more reign for the Karen Closet? or-
Yes, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to be able to use some of the money that we have for that and being able to help make better and maybe make some partnerships with the pirate packs like we discussed too.
Yeah, that'd be great. John, did you see I was wearing the Fire Pack shirt at the at the Art Fest in that photo. All right, we'll move along then to committee reports. Does anyone have any committee reports? I don't.
Well, there was a finance committee meeting this evening, right before the board meeting. Lots of things to discuss, lots of potential items coming up that we will need to address and kind of look at. So stay tuned for that. That's all I have to say about that.
That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Thank you. Hopefully, Ryan would have more to add to that.
Yeah, Brian, would you like to add?
Just disappointed it's not as fun as the DLT.
Pretty excited about DLT. Those are great fun, isn't it? There was no candy involved in this, I'm just saying. Or cookies or anything.
Got it right there, man. Just got it in that counter.
We're way more fun than DLT.
It's finance, you gotta save money somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta save money. Bring your own. All right, well, if there's no other committee reports, we'll move right along to comments from the superintendent.
Thank you. I'd like to congratulate our valedictorian Ellie and our salutatorian Amara. Congratulations to those girls and their hard work. I attended the senior citizen breakfast at the high school, and it was a lot of fun, and we see the preview of the play. We had expected around 70 people, and I would say we got pretty close to that. It was some former board members were there. Mr. Wolf is sporting a goatee right now.
Oh, wow.
So I have a photo of him. I will get it up on the internet here shortly. Congratulations to the Mural Club and the wonderful donations that they received, another $1,000 for scholarships. And then last night we had the farewell to Harold Schnell. We had about 500 or 600 people. That place was crowded from about 5-ish. I pulled up at 5 until 7:45. It just was, it had so many people, and it was great to hear the memories and the stories from everybody. So it was a great time, and that is all I have right now.
All right. Thank you so much. Ryan, do you have any comments?
Just congratulations to the valedictorian and salutatorian, and congratulations to Mrs. Longworth. And it's a great presentation by Mr. G from the high school.
Yeah.
That's it.
Great. We'll move right along because there's no comments from either of our associations, so we'll move right along to central staff. We'll start on one end and go down to the other. Devin, you want to start?
Sure, I'll beat them to it because I'm going to say the same 3 things. Congratulations to Ellie Williams and Amara Snow, and to their parents for it. And those comments from Mrs. Williams was very encouraging, and I hope the teachers are listening and can hear that. Congratulations to Jen Longworth on her promotion. We've seen her as an excellent teacher, teacher on special assignment, assistant principal, and now principal. Those are great accomplishments. So keep going. And Mr. Grosvenor and his Mural Club, of course, is second to none. I think his daughter attends an art school, and he makes sure that our kids have. I brag on our art program at the high school. Mr. Grosvenor and Mr. Reynolds, I think, are like second to none in the area, really. And our kids, the work that they do under their guidance is nothing short of miraculous. It's top-notch work. So kudos.
Great. All right, Becky.
Sure. Just like Devin said, congratulations to Ellie Williams and Amara Snow. It's very impressive and amazing, and I wish them all the luck in their future. I'm sure they'll do great things, and congratulations to all of our graduates that are coming up. I also was able to, I wanted just to thank the Schnell staff. I was able to go over to Schnell yesterday, and they did a lot of work to prepare for that event, and it was really well done and a really nice event. Also Art Fest, if you all got a chance to go to that, that was a really good feel-good event, very impressive. Mr. Grosvenor and Mr. Reynolds are amazing. I can't say enough of, and I had a chance to see He did highlight a bit in the presentation about how much that group also not only just creates murals and art, but they give back to the community. So it's really cool that the kids were, I was really impressed with the kids at the WCE, I forget the acronym, but anyway, the event where we painted at Schnell, we painted the little birdhouses. The kids were so good with the little kids. It's just a great event and a great group. I think that's all I had.
All right. Julie?
Well, I would echo what both of these two have said, so I won't reiterate all of those. But I just want to definitely congratulate Ellie and Amara for their accomplishments. Those GPAs are just out of sight. It's amazing, and it's just a culmination of 4 years of hard work, maybe 5. But I was struck by I was going to ask John when he was here how long it took them to paint that mural for the brick shop. I didn't know if that was something that they work on all year or if it's something that they did together in just a few months, and it's just huge. I mean, if
I'm
it's
getting a head shake over
Yeah,
here.
they pretty much have been working on it all year.
all year. Okay. If it's the size of the one that's outside of the gymnasium, I mean it's pretty comparable, I think. So anyway, yeah, congratulations, Jen, to you, again, to our valedictorian, salutatorian, and all the graduates. Be attending graduation here in a few weeks, so it's an amazing accomplishment for all of them. So thank you.
All right, Jack.
Okay, well, I will again, valedictorian, salutatorian, impressive. Our staff's impressive, and you know, my kids went here and they can't say enough about the education. I can't say enough about the education they received here, and I think others on the board would echo that. They came out and they're competitive with every facet they've chosen in their careers, and it's because of how their education started here in West Carrollton. Part of it was saying goodbye to Schnell, where I saw a lot of their former teachers there, folks that have retired years ago that I couldn't wait to see. It was an amazing event at Schnell. I will say the musical, wow. I went Friday night. The talent we have is amazing. I mean, it was something else. Yes, that includes you. And it was very impressive. My wife and I went. We took one of my daughters and her daughter, and we just had a great time. My other daughter and granddaughter, they went Sunday night because they couldn't go with us on Friday. And they said Sunday was just as good the way it sounded as what Friday was. So great event on that. Reminder, Schnell's open house, yes, was Tuesday. Russell's next Tuesday, 5:30. Same sort of thing. Let's say farewell to Russell on that one. It'll be an exciting time there. They've been making plans for over a year on that, so that'll be good to see how that one turns out. But I know in my family that holds a special place because my wife went to school at Russell. One of my daughters went to school there, and my granddaughter went to school there. So it's kind of like that's going to be a tough one on the family on that one. So. The other thing I'll remind you of is on Wednesday the 21st, before the board meeting, we'll do a tour of the new West Carrollton Elementary School. We'll meet out front here at 5 o'clock. For anybody who wants to attend, you're all welcome. We'll make sure we got plenty of hard hats and glasses. We did today receive our temporary occupancy permit, which means, hey, you're okay to go in there as long as you're not bringing kids in the building yet. So that means we're good to move in on June 2nd, which is the first step towards getting in that building. And so that's amazing. By the time you guys walk through, I will say that right now where we're at, all the furniture should be in all the classrooms and throughout the building. All the flooring, they're finishing the dining room today. That's the last bit of flooring to be done. So the gym they should have the bleachers done tomorrow, and then the gym's completely done. Looks pretty amazing. Say so myself on that one. I think it's a pretty cool gym. But then the classrooms, they're in the process of final cleaning and moving through. We've been punch listing the rooms, which means we go inside of every room in the building and we check every cabinet, light switch, water faucet, electrical outlet, making sure everything's up and running. We look at every ceiling tile, grid, we try all the blinds in the windows. anything we find that's not satisfactory gets written down and has to be repaired before we take ownership of the building on that. So we've been doing this, I will do it again tomorrow afternoon from 1 to probably 4, and that'll put 8 hours into the walkthrough so far, and we're just about halfway done on that building. So spent a lot of time, but that building's gonna be ready to go on time, so we should be good to go there.
Wow, how exciting. All right, there's no general comments from the public either, so, yeah, there's. I guess, where we go, can the camera? Like, show the camera? Well, you're right, so we'll just move right on to our board comments. I'm gonna start with Angie.
Okay. I first want to congratulate everybody. It was in the play. We went on Sunday. You guys did a phenomenal job. I loved it. It was a really good one.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh. I also attended last night the Schnell open house. My son did go there, and when they say it was a great day every day, it really was a great day every day. A lot of special memories for our family there. So it was a special night last night. Saw so many teachers that are currently there, but also ones came back. Mrs. Gardecki was there. So many good memories. I also want to give a shout out to the West Carrollton staff. It's Staff Appreciation Time, and we have an amazing staff here, all from central office to the teachers to all staff. It is a great staff. I also want to say congratulations to Ellie and Amara. What hard work they put in. Their families should be very proud of them. Salute to their families for all they've done. Congratulate Mrs. Longworth. And just the mural club, what an amazing project they've been working on, and the inspiration that Mr. Grosvenor does with his kids is just, it's top notch. That's what I have right now.
All right, fantastic. You know what? I'm gonna move to Lori then. I'll go bounce back and forth. Might as well. There's no one here.
Now, so I have been asked to give my microphone because someone forgot something.
I just wanted to add that today was also the National Honor Society book drive for the kids, and I'm part of the National Honor Society, and I went to Schnell as a Schnell kid, and then I also got to go back and read books today at Schnell, and it was just so cool and so heartwarming. I was the one that actually went in and read the books to the kids, so it is so cool to be able to do that and give back. So that was a lot of fun today, and then we did like a little mini lesson. So our book was like The Bad Case of Stripes, and so then after we read the book to the class, we have them draw a picture of what they would look like if they had the bad case of stripes, and write what they would do if they were the bad case of stripes. So they really enjoyed that, and then at the end, we have books to give them all to take and keep.
That's great.
Okay, so I guess it's customary that we continue to repeat the same things over and over again. And so Ellie and Amara, congratulations. No one else has mentioned it yet, so I want to make sure that I threw that out there. What great GPAs, and I'm so proud of you girls. Your parents have done wonderful jobs, but y'all have worked hard too, so don't take anything less than that. So check that one off. Okay, the Art Fest. Every year it is during our family vacation, so we don't get to go to it, but I hear great things about it, and again, congratulations. And I'm sure senioritis has kicked in, so seniors, you're almost there, don't blow it yet. And then I was able to attend Mean Girls no, it wasn't last Sunday, because we went on vacation last week. And it was so fetch. It was just so wonderful. Loved it so much. Very proud of you. You did a wonderful job. It was one of the best spring musicals that I've sine at West Carrollton. I haven't seen them all. And I had kids that were in some of them, and y'all did great. So I've watched a lot of semi-talented people in the past, and y'all did great. Yeah. See how I turned that around there? Yeah, that was on me. And Miss Longworth, Mrs. I'm not sure, but we're going to go with Mrs. Congratulations, and my middle grandson will be going into kindergarten next year. Good luck.
I already know him from preschool.
I
and
know,
excited
but
to have him
good
in
luck,
kindergarten.
'cause he's great. It's wonderful. And then the Harry Russell farewell next week will be very bittersweet. Also, my children, that's the one that they went to. And it is also preschool musical night, so it's going to be zip, 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 and everywhere we go. Did I say what everybody else said?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm done. Thank you.
All right, move right along to you, John.
Okay, so I'm gonna speed this up and just say ditto, except for Ms. Longworth, I have something to share about, not about you technically, well, it is technically about you, but I'm not gonna share the source of this because she didn't say I could, but a couple of weeks ago, with me having no knowledge we were gonna vote on you today, I had a teacher tell me that you should be the principal of that building by name. I didn't really know much about you, but I would say that this is one of the things that give board members a reputation. I had nothing to do with this, but yet I'm sure this teacher's going to go, well, wow, that plug must have really made a difference. And I won't say who it is, but she's obviously a fan of you, and congratulations to you, like everybody else has said. I do want to share something about Pirate Packs. It has 2 more weeks. Tomorrow is our next to last pack, and the 15th would be the final one for the school year. And as I think everybody in this room probably knows, Pirate Packs was honored in an event a couple of weeks ago with AES and Arby's, and was awarded $20,000 in grant funding. But in addition to that, what I want to share tonight is that both AES and Arby's have also, Arby's has agreed to do a roundup for us on for 3 of their locations in the Dayton area in the coming few months, which I will raise, I don't know how much money, but those are, when you go eat somewhere and they say you want to round up to the next dollar, they're going to do that for us. Also though, and maybe what will be a bigger event is we've wanted to do something on an annual basis that would raise most of our funding for us, and that's been a challenge for the 8 or 9 years I've been involved with Pirate Packs. And AES and Arby's have been willing to sponsor a barbecue fest if we can get one started. And we've also had a location offered to us. If any of you have ever attended the Italian Festival, which is a food festival in July, I think, that property has been offered to us for free to hold that festival. So maybe in the future, a few months, we'll be able to announce that we're going to be able to have a barbecue fest to benefit Pirate Packs maybe next year. I doubt this year, but maybe next year. But that's all I have.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, there's so many exciting things going on with Pirate Packs. I mean, especially this, it seems like we can actually gain some traction on really getting it to happen, and really doing a lot more and investing more into what we can do for, especially feeding our kiddos. So it is so exciting to see. Really, funny enough, I don't have much to say either. Of course, congratulations. Ditto to everyone else. I mean, I can talk about it all day long, and I was actually going to mention the teachers as well, because it's incredible how, especially at the end of the year, you think people will get tired and like, it's about done. And I'm sure some people are. Senioritis kicks in hard. I'm still facing senioritis, and I've been graduated since 2019. And it's incredible, though, how much passion people have that just drives throughout the end of the year. And there's a special excitement that happens, and I just love seeing that here. And it's like spring happens and everything blooms and it's fresh. So other than that, I mean, the Art Fest was incredible. That was a lot of fun. For those who were able to make it, it was such an amazing time. And to be able to celebrate something that's not nearly like as popular as some other things, and to celebrate kids and their passions for arts, all types of art. Some of these kids, there was one band called Absurd that was absurdly good. Yeah, they were absurd. And then there's another band, and I wish I could remember their name. The drummer, his name's Logan. I asked him to text me, and he's not gonna watch this, but I asked him to text me his band name so I can, you know, kind of give him some, I don't know, some shout out. Yeah, they were, I mean, this band was fun. They were a blast at the end of the night. And literally a blast because they all turned up their sound to the point where I don't know if I can hear much anymore ever. So, but they were such a good time. Everyone had a blast, and to raise that much money to help support kids and following their dreams. I mean, especially to honor Pam Jacobs, which is a legend of a teacher, an icon, is just absolutely amazing. I know. I heard the farewell was great. I wish me and Lori could have made it, but you know, we had other commitments. So
Okay, so you should probably explain that because that sounded weird.
okay, you know, half the things I say is kind of weird. Huh? Yeah, we're also on the board of Lions Club in West Carrollton. For those who are watching, if you're interested in joining, please, and please do. And it was a good event. We had our charter night, which is always nice because we celebrated, oh gosh, is it 78 years?
You should know this.
I have the pamphlet.
It is.
It says 78 years. 78 years we have been a club, which is incredible. I know. I feel 78 sometimes. So we had that commitment prior, and of course we missed having you because you had your commitment. Everyone was committed to everything, so that's usually how it rolls. I know also that Russell, that's going to be an interesting one. I wish I could tour it, even though I didn't even go to elementary school here. I moved here in middle school, but I know so many amazing friends of mine that went through Russell, and Russell has all these wonderful things. So I guess I need to hurry up. I was going to say, I would hate to see Russell be demolished. I wish we could turn it into something that can bloom more and do more for us. So I don't know if that's even possible, but that would be awesome. Other than that, I guess I'm done. So my quote, and yeah, I will never forget the quote. This one's by Winston Churchill, and this is, "Success is the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm." So on that, there's no other discussion, so we'll call for a motion and a second to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. Okay, we're moving right along.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Dwelly,
Yes.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Good night.